How's it going, Team Kids? Hey, as you can see, I'm filming this video from home today, and I am practicing my best social distancing practices. Um, all joking aside, though, it turns out that this whole process, this whole coronavirus thing, has caused me a little bit of anxiety, and primarily comes from just understanding that a lot of the social structures and the things that I'm a part of um, are going to be canceled for an extended period of time. And as an extrovert, I'm energized by being around you guys and being around other people. So there's lots of different ways that this hiatus is going to impact us. But here is what I know. Here's what I'm going to hold fast on, and what I hope you will be holding fast to as well. And that's this: in Romans 8:28, we all know this verse, or most of us have heard this verse in some capacity. Reminds us that God uses all things for His good. We can hold fast onto that in this season of life. Another promise actually comes from the Bible reading, from the Bible reading plan just yesterday in Galatians chapter 4, verses 13 and 14. It reminds us that God can use illness to bring out the power of the gospel in us. And that's an incredible, incredible thing that Paul, in his letter to the Galatian church, was worried and he was concerned about their faith and their ability to trust the gospel and to hold to the gospel. And him having an illness allowed him to see the power of God at work amongst them, and knew that God was doing something in their midst. And that's a great representation of what we get the opportunity to do through this as the church of God. We get to represent God through fear and all the things that are going on. So here's a couple of things to follow up with that. If you're at low risk in this scenario, if you have good health, I would encourage you to take precautions, but look for ways to live out the gospel. You're not just a servant of God when you're at the church, but at home and everywhere you go, you're a servant of God. And so what this can do is it can mobilize the saints for ministry. My daughter just came downstairs, which is why I got distracted for a sec there. She wanted to say hi, so here she is saying hi. And how's it going, friends? This is Abby. This is my daughter. She wanted to say hi. She's going to be my children's ministry for this weekend and for a little while. The last promise that I wanted to share with you from the Word of God comes from 2 Timothy 1:7, and it says that the Spirit of God is not a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and self-discipline. And this text reminds us that as people of God, we have the Spirit of God living in us, and that Spirit allows us to engage power, love, and self-discipline. And I really wanted to just focus on that last aspect there, which is something that can be very challenging. Focusing on self-discipline is not a natural thing, but during this time, a lot of our natural patterns of living are going to be disturbed, as mine is right now. And I just wanted you to think of it as an opportunity to create some space for God to work in your life, practicing disciplines through prayer, journaling, Bible reading. I'm going to attach the Bible reading plan to this. If you've never done the Life Center Bible reading plan, this may be a good opportunity to start and jump into that. I'm also going to put a prayer request link in there for this as well. I thought it would be just a good opportunity for you guys to just share any prayer requests that you guys are experiencing. And another fun opportunity that we might be able to engage during this is sometimes to get together and read the Bible together in community. And I know that that's very counterintuitive to what everyone else is saying, but if you are willing, I'm going to put together a couple of group threads for the volunteer teams, for the Saturday night team, for the 9 a.m. team, and for the 11 a.m. team. And if you would like to opt out of that, you don't want to be a part of those group threads, then please just text me or email me and let me know. But I wanted to do that just to create community through this process, so that way you guys can share maybe some things that are going on in your life and in your neighborhood that could use prayer, with the volunteer teams that you guys normally serve with, and then also share some opportunities to gather or to get together and to practice self discipline during this this hiatus. So that's what's coming up. This, as the staff, will be posting information, and we'll be sending out information via email throughout this. Jesus' power is bigger than anything. It's bigger than this pandemic. It's bigger than anything that we will encounter through this. And so I just pray that be mindful, be smart, but trust in Jesus, and that is going to be the thing that I believe will shine bright in our culture and to people around us. So look for ways to serve Jesus, and I'm excited to see what happens, and to engage with you, even though we won't be able to physically meet as much as we had been. So I'll talk to you later, and blessings. And Jesus is greater. Bye.